If you do online arbitrage and you sell on Amazon, you know for a fact that some retailers out there cancel your orders. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly all the tricks and hacks that I personally use to avoid as many cancellations as possible. I'm going to show exactly everything that I do with you, full disclosure, full transparency, so get ready. First of all, what you need to know is that retailers, and big retailers in particular, spend millions upon millions of dollars on their cybersecurity and anti-cyber crime departments. They have sophisticated algorithms and technology in place to detect fraudulent activity. It's also worth noting that a lot of retailers are more strict than others. You're going to encounter retailers that have absolutely no issues with you placing orders, and other retailers are extremely strict. So number one rule of thumb, do not buy too much too soon. Warm up the relationship with a new retailer slowly at a time. If you never bought from a retailer ever, don't go ahead and start buying $5,000 worth of inventory. Buy a little bit at a time, maybe buy $50, buy $100, and slowly increase your purchasing of inventory with that retailer as orders go through, as orders get shipped out, as orders get received from you and payment is going through. And that way you're gonna be warming up the relationship very slowly. Remember, this is a relationship. You don't wanna scare them away. You want to make sure that they can trust you. And if they trust you, they're gonna slowly let you spend more and more with them. Why? Because you have proven to them that you are good to go with your money. You can purchase, you can pay, you can purchase, you can pay. The same goes with multiple purchase in the same day. Many retailers have a specific quantity of orders that they allow you to make in one single day. So I wouldn't recommend you purchase more than one time per day. And many of you guys are purchasing back to back to back to back, and that is creating all kinds of flags. So limit your purchasing. Number two, this is a little bit tricky, and it's especially tricky for international sellers. Your shipping and billing addresses must match. This is one of the biggest flags that you can overcome by just matching your billing and shipping addresses. Now, if you're shipping to a prep center, which I know a lot of us Amazon sellers do, what you want to do is go to your credit card and put your prep center's address on your credit card as your main address. That way, when you're placing an order with the retailer and you're using your credit card, it's being shipped to the same exact address as your billing address. Now, on the subject of prep centers, it gets even trickier. A lot of prep centers have already been flagged by retailers. And the reason is a lot of resellers use those prep center addresses. So if you're encountering that you have your billing and shipping addresses matching, but you're still getting flagged by a lot of retailers, it might not be your payment issue, it might be your prep center. In that case, I can offer two potential solutions. Number one, ask your prep center to assign you a specific either room number or suite number that is going to be used just by you. If you get that, then you're going to enter X address, room number, etc. And that is seen as a brand new address by the retailer. If you're still getting flagged even after putting a room or suite number, then it's definitely your prep center. You might have to go look for another prep center. And I know it's a pain in the butt, but that would be the only solution. Or ship it to your own residential address if you live in the United States and prep it yourself. UPS is also a great place to go to. They will assign you your own residential address. The problem is they, of course, will not prep for you. You would need to either have them ship it to a prep center or pick it up and then ship it to a prep center. So it's an additional expense, an additional step. but that would be another way around it. Okay, number 3, payment methods and credit cards. Now, before I go into this, this is a very sensitive financial subject, and I do not want you to get in trouble. So whatever I'm about to tell you, make sure to use it with a grain of salt. Remember to not do anything that I wouldn't do, meaning don't do anything illegal, and anything that I'm about to tell you, use it exactly the way that I'm showing you. Don't work it around, okay? So pay attention. Okay, number 1, credit cards. My absolute favorite credit cards is Amex, American Express. For some reason, out of Visa, MasterCard, or any other credit card, Amex usually flies under the radar, and it doubles down because it allows, if you get an American Express business card, you are allowed to create employee cards. Now, when you create employee cards, you can assign their own email, their own name, their own phone number, and most importantly, American Express will create a brand new credit card number that is just for that employee. So it becomes a brand new credit card that you can use with the retailer. Now, remember, when you are requesting employee cards, make sure that these are real people and real addresses. So what I do is, for example, I use family and friends and their addresses, and I create employee cards, obviously with their consent. They know what I'm doing, and I use that. And make sure to do it in a similar way. Don't be creating any fake numbers, any fake addresses. None of that. That's gonna get you in trouble. Please don't do that. You don't need to do that. So this is getting a little intricate, but if you eventually wanna formulate a portfolio of different credit cards and different addresses to make multiple purchases with retailers to fly under the radar, then you can definitely do that. It will be a lot of work, but what you want to do is assign an address that is a unique prep center to every credit card. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna request an employee card using a family or a family member or a friend, a name and address. It's gonna get shipped to them. They're gonna receive it, they're gonna let you know. And once you do that, you log into your American Express panel, and there you can change the address to that of the prep center that you want to use associated with that specific card. Now you will have successfully created a portfolio of different credit cards, different names, different email addresses. It's a nightmare to manage. I used to do that in the past. I really don't do that anymore. I prefer to just look for and find new products. But if that's your thing and you want to go really deep on a very profitable product that you found and you don't want to miss out on placing multiple orders, then that's one way of doing that. Now, if you want to know the exact American Express card that I use personally, I'm going to link it on the video description. I think they also offer like a $200 bonus sign up or something like that just for you. Through that link, so make sure to check it out on the video description. Another great little hack, if the retailer on the checkout page offers you the ability to pay via PayPal, via Apple Pay, or via Google Pay, by all means do that. Pay via PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, because what it does is that it kind of hides your identity and your billing information to the retailer. So it's yet one more screen between you and the retailer to fly under the radar. What I wouldn't use for payment methods, unless you absolutely must, is don't use any virtual cards. Pretty much every credit card out there nowadays allows you to create virtual credit cards. The reason for that is because when you create a virtual credit card, it will be associated with your main card. So it's still linked to your main card. And number 2, don't use gift cards. Again, gift cards are okay, but it's way better the express method that I... Now, this is a big one. Do not use a VPN, use a VPS. Many of you guys, especially international sellers, are using virtual private networks, otherwise known as VPNs. The problem with VPNs is that they will give you a unique IP address where you can log in pretending that you are, logging in from the United States. But most of these IP addresses have already been flagged by retailers and are now on a blacklist database. So just the mere fact that you are logging in from one of those IP addresses might be flagging your account and producing a cancellation of your order. Instead, use a virtual private server. It's a service that will give you your own virtual machine, your own computer basically, that is located in a specific area of the United States, let's say Texas, and now you have your own unique IP address that nobody else is allowed to use. It probably has never been blacklisted or flagged. It's a brand new IP address just for you. And this way is a much better way to make purchases with retailers. If you want to know the VPS that I use, go to DAILYHERNAN.com. Basically, all my resources are there. It's my main website, DAILYHERNAN.com, and go to VPS. You see, this is my main website, DAILYHERNAN.com, and you go here, you scroll here, and then VPS, and that's the one that I use. Now, if you're doing the multiple credit card situation where you want to be purchasing from different accounts, you're going to have to assign one VPS. You're going to get multiple VPSs and assign each VPS to a specific credit card. So basically, you don't want to be purchasing from the same VPS using multiple credit cards, because then that's also going to flag all of your accounts. So each account must have its own identity, its own VPS, its own credit card, its own name, its own email, its own phone number. Now, private browser. A lot of you guys are thinking that using Google Chrome Incognito is going to make you fly under the radar. Yes, it helps, but it still leaves a little bit of a fingerprint, and retailers will be able to see some of your information. Instead, use what is called a private browser. The one that I recommend is absolutely free to get. It's brave.com. This is their webpage, brave.com. So you are on the browser, go to settings, because I want you to change two settings. You're gonna go to the little magnifying glass, type location, and what you wanna put here is don't allow sites to see your location. Don't allow sites, that's one setting. So the second setting that I want you to pay attention is put cookie right there. You're gonna see this and you're gonna turn this on. What you just turn on is the option to forget me when I close this site. And what it does is when you are outsourcing or purchasing, let's say you're at Walmart and you purchase and then you close, you exit that tab, the browser will automatically hard refresh and hard delete all your cookies without you having to remember to actually do it yourself. That's why I love this private browser and I highly recommend it for you. Another huge hack that I've used to let a lot of my cancel orders through is just call them, call the retailer. If you get an email from them saying, oh, your order has been canceled, just give them a call. And what you're gonna say is, hey, I don't know why my order got canceled. I'm a big fan of your service or product. And the reason I place a big order is because I want to personally be in stock of these products and I would like to give these products to family and friends. If there is any identification or anything that I can do to help you sort this out, to push this order through, I'll be more than willing to do it. And in maybe half of the cases, you will win. People just want to know that you're a real person making purchases for yourself. And if you give them a little call, a little friendly call, that's all they need. And then the customer service rep will be like, oh, okay, sorry, no problem. I'm pushing the order through right now. And then that fixes it. So don't forget to get on the phone and call them if needed. I use a software called OA Buddy. If you haven't used it, you should definitely check it out. I'm gonna link it right here on the video description. And make sure to use my code DAILYHERNAN at the checkout. It's actually gonna give you $20 off on your either lifetime or annual purchase, so it's a big discount. So DAILYHERNAN at checkout. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about this tool. They have a huge database of hundreds of retailers that either have posed no problems for resellers, that you can purchase as much as you want with no issues, no order cancellations, as well as a list of retailers that have been conflicting for resellers. Once you're in the tool, they have the ability to sort, is the reseller friendly or no friendly? And you put no or yes. And if you put yes, it will show you a whole list. I don't want to show too much out of respect for the tool, but it will show you a whole list of all the resellers that, all the retailers that are good for resellers and all the notes. The same with all the retailers that are not good for resellers. I also highly recommend that you keep your own database of retailers that you had issues with order cancellations in the past and retailers where they're good to go, you had no issues. That way you kind of know where you're standing. And if you're really interested in a retailer that has given you issues in the past, then you can use the tips in this video to slowly hack it out and try to purchase from that problematic retailer. In terms of OA Buddy, once you have your Chrome extension installed, it's really cool. Like for example, I'm on Walgreens and this will pop up and it will tell you the quantity limit that you can purchase on every order, and it will give you some notes if it's friendly, if it's not friendly, if there is an order limit per day and stuff like that. So this is definitely a tool you want to have. I personally have it. I personally use it. I'm linking it again in the video description so you can click on that. Don't forget to put my code DAILYHERNAN at checkout to get $20 off. Also, if you're looking for online arbitrage leads, what that is I personally find profitable products every single morning. Every single morning, Monday through Friday, I find my own products and I share them with you. This is stuff that will take you hours to find on your own. And I'm giving them to you on a silver tray every single morning so you don't have to spend your own time directly on your email. So if you want to try that out, get on my website. So go to my website, myoaleads.com, myoaleads.com, and you're gonna see this. Right now, you gotta join the wait list because there is no vacancy currently open on any of my two lists, Superman list and Thor list. And especially if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced Amazon seller, it's a great way to get started, where you get a good frame of reference of the type of retailers and products that you should be looking for to expand your product portfolio as an Amazon seller. So make sure to check it out. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content and you want more content like this. Also, don't forget to comment on the video. What I've been doing recently is Amazon seller Q&As, questions and answers. And I need your questions. So make sure to put any questions that you currently have for your Amazon business. And what I'm doing is while I go out on walks, I answer your questions as if I was a private coach, absolutely for free. I'm answering all your questions and then I'm putting them out on YouTube videos. So I think that's a really good concept, but I need your questions. So make sure to put all your questions and comments down below on this video. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy the content and keep up the excellent work and make sure to pump it up for Q4. This is where most of the sales happen on Amazon, so make sure to stay focused, stay profitable, and stay looking for profitable products out there. See you on the next one.